All right. All right, I'm a little late to this, but I really want to see what the developers are going to say for the future of Overwatch. It says developer update. The first thing after that is competitive. So hopefully they're fixing competitive mode. I've said it before, and which this is and this honestly is all I care about hearing is their competitive scene, what they're gonna do with it. Because I said it before, and it's one of the reasons I'm taking a break from Overwatch a little bit is for solo queuers like myself, it is so hard to get into competitive mode. I've showed the videos, I've showed the proof why, but so I'm not gonna make this little complaint long, but the matchmaking is not believable. It is not believable. It looks like I'm trying to get to plat, but because of how the competitive ranking system is, the game would not let me get there because for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, it matches me up with people in bronze. And what I'm saying is, yes, their title might show gold, but when you see them play, watch my videos because I'm not here to complain with nobody, argue with nobody. You can just watch the videos and know what I'm talking about. Players just jumping off ledges because they don't want to play, selling games for us and stuff like that. I've shown the video, so you can see it there. I'm not going to argue with nobody. But because the ranking system is messed up, which is my huge complaint, it won't let me get there. I'll have a good, maybe one or two good games, and then 7 bad games. And not me, and then you can see the videos on that too. I have great games. You see the evidence, you see the stats, you see the play, you see the production, all that stuff. You know, for those like, well, stats don't matter. Well, look at the production, what I do for the team, all that stuff. It doesn't make sense. The ranking system doesn't make sense. If it's called your rank, then it should be about your performance and your performance only. Or don't call it your rank. I'm ranked this. Well, how is it? It doesn't make sense because you can play very well, but because your teams is throwing the games, you get deranked. That needs to be fixed. I never understood why that is a thing. I know people explain it to me about, well, it will remove the aspect of team play. No, it wouldn't. This is my opinion. No, it wouldn't. You playing well is going to benefit the other team. It's going to benefit the other team. You can't solo in Overwatch. For those because someone told you, well, it stops people from soloing out there. You couldn't do that. You need your team, to produce well. Maybe with Sombra you can get away every now and then with soloing, but for the most part you can't. So anyway, I like I said, I talked about this before. I love this game. It's just it hinders me I don't have people I know that I play with that we can go into rank and stack up with each other and rank up together. I have to play with whatever the game gives me, and their matchmaking system's messed up, and their ranking system is messed up. So hopefully this gets announced. I don't even know. We're about to see. I'm saying all this stuff, and this might not even be the
Hey
conversation.
everyone, I'm Gavin Winter, Senior Systems Designer on the Overwatch team. We're back with
What was
another
the other ones?
developer
I'm sorry.
update
I saw competitive. I ain't paying attention to nothing else. Defensive matrix and more. Yeah,
to
okay.
talk to you a little bit about some of the upcoming competitive changes. My teammate, Senior Research Scientist Natasha Miller, will tell us about updates to Defense Matrix a little later. A few weeks ago, we heard from Aaron that heroes are coming out of the Battle Pass and they'll be available for free the day they launch. He also talked about the new Mythic Shop as well as the upcoming Clash playtest. He closed with a little sneak peek at what we're covering in this developer update. Season 10 is just around the corner, and we're excited to share these changes with you, starting with how we're updating the way you can play with friends this season. So let's talk about exactly how that'll work. We think Overwatch is at its best when you're playing with friends. So our new system in Season 10 lets any rank group with any other rank. That means, for example, if you're Plat and you've never been able to group with your friend in Bronze, you will be able to do that now. We'd refer to your group as a wide group because you and your friend are pretty far apart.
You could do that in
There are some
competitive?
trade-offs for wide groups though. They only play against other wide groups, the queue times could be longer, and the matches
okay.
will be sillier. We'll still use our role delta tech to try to match you against similarly shaped groups. So if you're a Plat tank and your friend is a Bronze support, we'll try to find another Plat tank and Bronze support
I can understand
to match you
that
two
being
against.
a
At the end of a
larger,
wide
longer
match,
queue
you'll
times.
see a new modifier, just for this system. Avoiding boosting is really important to us. So the wider your group is, the less your rank will change after any match. If you're Bronze and you're grouped with a champion player, you can expect almost no change to your rank, regardless of the outcome. We expect all this to be a huge match quality win for our solo players, because they'll never play against wide groups. We think of groups that are close in rank as narrow. So narrow matches will only be solos and narrow groups. All this means that you'll be able to choose whether you want to prioritize the highest match quality or playing with friends. We're also expecting to see fewer smurfs after these changes too, since we know some players were only creating alt accounts to play competitive with their friends. We've heard your request for more void slots, but having more than 3 in our current system breaks matchmaking for high-skilled players. We realize that basing our avoid count on that restriction hamstrings the system for 99% of players though. So to add all the new features we're about to discuss, we had to rethink what it means to avoid players from the ground up. First off, we're increasing the number of avoid slots to 10. We're also going to let you pin some avoided players.
I don't know
so
if they're
that
going
they
to talk
never
about
fall
what
off
I'm
your
looking
list.
for.
The trade-off we make to get these features is related to our next new feature. You'll now be able to prioritize your avoid list, where players at the top are most likely to be avoided. For players below
The way I
Grandmaster,
look at it is,
that's
I
most
might
lists.
just stick to
You can expect
QP
all 10 avoid slots to be
because
reliable.
it's the frustration
But
of the
we still
solo
wanna give you the tools
queuing
to organize your list by
where
how much you dislike
your
the
rank
players
is not even
For our
based on
highest
you,
skill players,
even though it's
this
called
feature
your
is particularly
rank,
important
just is annoying to
because
deal
if
with.
we can't find a balanced match, we'll start ignoring players at the bottom of the list in order as queue time increases. Another area we're addressing will bring changes to our lever penalties for unranked and competitive play. Right now, on the unranked side, our penalties kick in when you leave 4 out of your last 20 games and get worse when you leave 6 out of 20. We aren't changing those, but we are adding a more lenient 5-minute penalty if you've left 2 out of 20, and a much more harsh 48-hour penalty if you've left 10 out of your last 20 games. Now, there aren't a lot of players leaving more than 50% of their matches, but they do exist, and we think the game would be better without them most of the time. On the competitive side, we're closing another edge case by suspending any players that leave more than 10 matches a season. We're also going to start counting matches completed in competitive toward the 20-game window for unranked. Finally, I want to talk to you about our improved anonymity features. We already had a streamer mode, but we're making this feature more useful to all players, not just streamers. Right now, this feature is client-side only, which means it only changes how players' names appear on your screen. The big change we're making is adding server-side functionality, which means we'll change how your name appears on everyone's screens in your match. We think this is great for players who may experience harassment because of their battle tag and just want to queue up without any chance of that happening. Don't forget to report players that harass you or anyone else though. And speaking of reporting, don't worry, players in streamer mode being disruptive in text chat or voice can still be reported, avoided, and blocked, and penalties will still apply to them in exactly the same way as normal, because we still know their name behind the scenes. Next, Natasha will talk to you about our main initiatives to combat disruptive behavior.
Thank you, Gavin. Hiya, I'm Natasha Miller, a senior research
So I guess
scientist
that's
at
it.
Blizzard, working on Defense Matrix for Overwatch. While we are always working in many areas of combating disruptive behavior, today I want to talk about disruptive chat. I'll also touch on some of the tools that we're improving to help keep the community safe.
To be real, I think that's just something I might just have to deal with. And in that case, do what's best for me, which is just to play the quick play unranked, because on a good note, I do meet players at my level and higher on unranked. I went against a team full of diamond players, my friends and I at one time, and we won that match. This is why I say I know I can play with the higher ups if the Overwatch system just helps a brother out and rank me up on my performance, because I'm meant to be playing with diamond players. I'm going to be real. I'm no champion? Yeah, I'm no master or champion, nothing like that, but I have multiple times. In the videos, the stuff I'm saying, you can go look at my Overwatch catalog. I've shown proof. I played against multiple diamond players and plat players and stuff. Won some, lost some, but the point is, I can keep up with that. I believe that's where I should be learning to get better, because I'm not going to lie to y'all. At that rank system I'm in, it's hard for me to learn anything, because I have, and I'm saying this humbly, but I have exceeded that level of competition. So that's why I'm frustrated, because I want to know what's the next step of getting better. But I can't when the game keeps me at the same step, and then it's not even my fault. Again, it's not my fault. I'm not saying like I've never made mistakes. I have. The thing is, I've made mistakes, and now I've learned and moved on. Y'all have helped me, the ones who have helped me when I was making those mistakes. Y'all helped point it out. I got better, did better, and the production is there. You see it. You can literally see from the old times I used to play to now, and it's a huge difference. So now I'm like, okay, can I move forward? How many months do I gotta play and hours I gotta play But then you look at the videos and oh, it's not even him. It's what the game is giving him. It really is. Literally, before I took a break, I posted a video. I had this soldier player just falling off the ledge purposely. He'll go out, run off. You'll see another guy. He's a support player. He was Anna, but trying to play DPS. It was like, why am I getting matched up with this? There's no way I should be here. I'm the only one healing. Then, of course, the tank player gets mad because he's like, y'all not healing. It's like, y'all, I'm right here next to you. I'm healing you. The Anna's over there playing DPS. And then so it's stuff like that. It's like, and then I get to unrank and I match up with plat or diamond players. I'm like, yes, this is it. It's harder. It's tougher. Like that's how you get better. You want to deal with something that's harder. If you want to get better, that's what you should want to deal with. So these guys are way more skilled than me, or we're at the same level. It's that either even or they're higher. And so, once I can exceed that, then I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the next level. That's what it should be. But when I play competitive as a solo queue person, and I know there's gonna be something like, well, I do solo queue, and it doesn't happen like that to me. Well, good for you. It's not like that for everybody. It's not like that. I've had people message me saying they deal with the same thing I deal with. So it could be a mixed bag, and I'm happy for y'all that don't deal with that. Unfortunately, I do, and so. It's unfortunate, but I do enjoy those moments. Yes, Unranked has some matches where it's just like, oh, that was too easy, or that was too this or that. But there are them good ones though that be happening. It's like, okay, these are the ones I want to face, and then my team is evenly matched. Like we're evenly matched. The matchmaking is not terrible, and I enjoy those. Those are the ones I enjoy, but. I might not be able to get that in competitive playing by myself. I don't know.
Negatively affects someone's
Let's just see what else it has to offer.
In our focus to curb this disruptive behavior, we are taking a multi-pronged approach that will roll out over several seasons. Today, I'll discuss the first 2 coming out in the next few seasons. In our first approach, we will prevent players at endorsement level 0 from using text or voice chat. To be clear, the only way to get to endorsement level 0 is by having your account actioned for an in-game infraction. Even brand new players start at endorsement level 1. So these are players that have proven themselves to be bad actors, so much so in the past that they received a penalty. This feature would allow those players to take a forced break in team and match channels until they work their way back up to endorsement level 1. And from there, in all higher levels, chat would work as it did before. Remember, the best way to work your way back up to endorsement level 1 is to demonstrate good teamwork by trying your best, helping your team, and using the in-game ping system. In our second approach, we will remove chat functionality for spectators. Spectators don't have an in-game need to use the chat channels. And by removing their ability to chat, you remove a channel that is increasingly being used by bad actors. Along with these improvements, we are looking at making it easier and faster to report any reportable offense mid-match. At the moment, our numbers indicate that most reporting is done towards the end or post-match. And one reason for this is that it's not quick to report
I'm going to explore more characters.
However, this could put
so
pressure
definitely
on
expect
players
that
to
me
remember
exploring more
that
characters instead of playing the same ones.
And what to report them for, all after the match.
Because honestly, I'm going to have hope that one day rank is fixed where I can go back to rank. And when I do that, I want to be able to be more comfortable with other characters. I'm not going to lie. The reason I play the same, 3, 4 characters? Mora, Diva, Torporn. Yeah. Oh, and Kariko. So I can play 4 characters. The only reason I play because I'm comfortable with them. And I'm trying to rank up when I play rank. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick to these characters. But now that I'll be playing unranked, I'm going to explore and, mix it up a bit. There's so many cool characters, Unranked obviously is not going to matter for your rank system obviously, so I'm gonna do that. So expect some new characters to be played.
Starting the next match.
And the new one is coming out.
We are hoping that by making it faster to report mid-match, more players will use the reporting system. This is very important because we rely on players to help us know what is happening in matches so that our mitigation systems can be more effective and reliable, overall making Overwatch a safer community for everyone. Player feedback is a vital part of improving and optimizing these types of features. So we want to create even more avenues for you to share your thoughts with us. In Season 11, we're introducing the first iteration of player surveys into Overwatch 2. This won't happen after every game because survey participants will be chosen at random among the player base. The survey will be prompted after the progression screen at the end of match flow. This means that you'll be able to watch the play of the game, give endorsements, and review progression without getting interrupted. Once the progression screen is closed, the survey will prompt the player for their feedback. Both console and PC players will get the option to give us feedback via a QR code. PC players may also choose to open the link in a separate browser. Surveys
I always
will
wanted
ask
to work on my
questions about the
sniping. I
game,
might use
including
Widowmaker too.
modes,
I've never,
events, features,
maybe once,
and how you
twice.
feel about the way we're mitigating disruptive
I'm not gonna lie,
play.
I'm not the best shot,
We're
so that's why
excited for this feature,
I have
and we
it.
look forward to
But I won't be the
continuing
best
to
shot
improve
until I
the
start
game as we gather
practicing.
your feedback. These are just a few of the things we have been working on in this space. We will continue to bring you updates
like,
on
I'm cool,
our
I'm good
progress
with
mitigating
running and
disruptive
gunning.
behavior.
Like
via
Tora
the
porn, like
different
I'll take
features,
that. I'm a good shot,
which
but not for
will
like
get a
sniper
refresh in
level.
the coming seasons to include even more on the
Because I
impact
said I'd be
this
getting
work
some
is having
headshots
in
with
the
Tora
community.
porn, but that's a
through
little different than
transparency
Widowmaker.
Defense Matrix and Competitive will always be core to Overwatch, and we'll continue iterating, improving, and of course listening closely to your feedback on these systems. So please keep sharing your thoughts with us, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on in Season 10 and beyond. See you soon!
Alright, so
Natasha said you will not be getting an outtake out of me today.
Well, that clip just came off. Any reportable event in
And they get worse.
every...
alright, well, so yeah, they didn't talk about what I was hoping they would, but it's all good. I just, like I said before, I can sit there and complain all the time or just change up some things or don't play it at all. And I was giving it a break, but I never see myself stop playing Overwatch. I love the game. I just wish the systems were a little better. And yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't mean that it's a terrible game. But anyway, that's how I'm going to go about it for now, for the future. And we'll just see what happens after that. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you later.